Hello. Well, it's November and we've had some bad weather, but the sun is shining this afternoon, so we're taking advantage and we're having a walk in the New Forest. Now, the New Forest does have commercial woodlands or commercial plantations. They're not the sort of woods I like to walk in. I prefer these natural woods. These are pasture woodlands. The woodlands don't have fences around. They're very natural, or as natural as they could be. And the management plan for these ancient woodlands is a very minimal management. We will see a little bit of a management system that they do in these woods, but they're very natural and you always come across unusual things. Now look at this beech tree. It's just standing on its legs. I haven't seen this one before, even though I've walked past this way. I just didn't notice it before. Look at that lovely moss as well, all over it. It's a solid looking tree, but and there's my wife, just to show how big the hole was in there. Anyway, these woodlands are wonderful because, as I said, there's no fences around them. Trees just die naturally, lay on the ground, and the woods sometimes just go into lawns. There's little clearings like this one here. To our left there is an enclosure, and you'll see there's a sort of conifer plantation, and though they can be pleasant to walk in, they don't have the same interest. They're not natural woodlands. Now we're going to cross this little bit of lawn, and then we're going to go back into some woodland, and we're going to go as far as a little stream, which is quite a remote spot, but it's really nice to see. Now look at that light shining through the trees. The low light does show up some of the features of these woodlands, and the leaves haven't really completely turned yet. One or two trees are going, but we haven't had many frosts yet. So now here's a little bit of management that they do in these woodlands. This is holly pollarding. That's where young holly is cut as a certain height. It's a traditional management system, and then it will sprout again at the top. It makes the holly live a lot longer, and there are some really ancient hollies in the forest, but you have to pollard the fairly young ones. Oh, do you hear that thunder? I think there's going to be some more rain coming. But anyway, that's a bit of pollarding, and you can see how the holly, it's a very important tree in the forest. It's quite it can be quite dominant in some areas, but you can see that's really sprouted out, and it's just above the browse level. Now here's a little feature. I think this is a bomb crater from the last war. There's quite a lot of them in the forest, but from the shape of it, to me, I think that is a bomb crater. Well, we'll wander on through these woodlands. I love that very pale green that you get on with the light behind it. Now here's the stream. This is the top end of the Bartley Water. Fair bit of water in them, but you can see how natural these streams are. Trees fall down, they don't get pulled out. I mean, they used to in the past, but these trees are too important. They are part of the dynamic system of these streams. Trees fall down, the river makes its way round them, and it's they're moving really. It's just like the woodlands themselves. They're not fixed entities. They expand in places, retract in others. It's quite an interesting ecosystem, really. and trees will fall into the river and provide all sorts of biodiversity, insects and invertebrates that live in this wet wood. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this short walk in the woodlands. Look at the colour of these leaves. They really contrast well with the pale green. I'll leave you with that scene there. Anyway, goodbye for now. If you enjoyed the video, please click a like.